I'm Molly Bloom, a reporter with State Impact Ohio. In this video, we're going to look at a big question for Ohio schools. How do you tell if a teacher is doing a good job? Ohio thinks it's figured out a scientific way to answer that question using something called value added. Value added is a statistical measure that looks at how much each teacher's students actually learned over the course of 1 year. Basically, how much value she added to her students. So how do they do that? Value added is all about how much standardized test scores change from year to year. Students start the year at different levels of achievement, judging by their state test scores at the end of the previous year. Then they take the state test again at the end of the next year. Value added doesn't care whether students pass the test. It rewards teachers whose students make the most progress from year to year. Basically, value added measures growth. Of course, some students start off the year farther behind than others. In the example here, student A arrived in the teacher's classroom at a lower level than student B. Value added tries to account for this variation. Each year, for each grade, Ohio estimates how students should score on state tests if they gain exactly 1 year's worth of knowledge. So if a teacher's students score higher than that estimate, then value added says she's a great teacher. But if they score lower, then value added says she's got room for improvement. Right now, these scores only apply to reading and math teachers in 4th to 8th grades. But there's a lot riding on the scores. It used to be teachers were evaluated entirely based on a principal watching them teach. But by 2014, these value-added scores will make up as much as half of these teachers' job evaluations. That means value-added scores could play a big part in deciding how much teachers get paid and who's first in line for layoffs. Some teachers don't like the idea of being evaluated based on their value-added results. They say it's not fair to judge them based on their students' performance. But others say value-added is useful and could be one part of a bigger system used to tell the best teachers apart from the worst. If you've got questions about value-added or teacher evaluations, we'd love to hear them. Send us your questions and get involved in the discussion at State Impact Ohio. Thanks for watching.